Imagine moving from Italy to the US and your first job is making $5 pizzas at Little Caesars. Yeah, my ancestors were probably screaming at this. If you don't know me, if you're new here, my name is Jess. I moved from Italy to Colorado almost 2 years ago. If you're not new here, welcome back. I'm very happy to have you here. And today I'm gonna tell you the story of my first job experience in the US. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share your thoughts under this video. I would really appreciate it. I did not work in an office despite my accounting degree. I did not do anything fancy. I did not have a glamorous job. I made $5 pizzas, okay? Basically, I moved in the US in March 2024. We have to go a little before I got the job. To give you context, okay, I could not get a driving license right away because I was used to drive a manual. In Italy, driving manual, it's a big thing. You do the driving test with a manual car. And coming here, my driving test was gonna be with an automatic car. And I was not confident, okay? Do you know when in the movies you see the dad teaching the kid how to drive and the kid keeps going okay, it keeps doing that. That was me. 23-year-old that could not drive an automatic, but I could drive a manual anytime. So I could not get my driving license right away. There was a Little Caesar, walking distance from my in-laws' house, and I decided to go there because they had the hiring sign, and I was like, well, I'll try it. The worst they could tell me is no. I went in and I was like, I saw you guys are hiring, and the manager was like, yeah, the hiring manager is not here today. Can you come tomorrow morning? I was like, absolutely.
24 hours later.
The day after, it was before openings. The manager was there. He heard the accent, of course, so he asked me where I'm from and everything, and I said Italy. He was like, Italy, so you used to pizzas? And I was like, yup. And he was like, would you be able to start tomorrow? And my face was this. I was like, I didn't think it was this easy. I honestly didn't have idea I could have started right away. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. So the day after, I just started working. On day one, I went there and they showed me everything. And I was kind of shocked because, you know, Little Caesars has already ready like pizza dough, and they're all put in those plates that go in the oven. And my job was basically taking the pizzas out of the oven and box it and cut it. That's all I needed to do. And then rush time came, the rush hours that here is around 4 to like 6:30. It was the busiest time for us. So when I worked in a pizza place in Italy, the busiest time was between 7 and 8:30, and here is between 4 and 6:30. So I was shocked. It was my first day. They put me there and I figured it out pretty fast, honestly. I was enjoying my life. I loved it. It was just crazy to see how fast the pizza were cooking. So you basically put the pizza in. It takes like 3 or 4 minutes and it's ready. So basically my whole job was cutting pizzas, putting it in the box, close it, give it away. And this is culture shock number 2, because number 1 was how fast it was for them to hire me. Number 2 is how good working in the US is. When I was cutting pizza in my station, I could see everybody in the lobby, and I had people calling me and giving me $20 tip, and they were like, you're really good. And I was like, do you imagine not being used to tips? Because I worked in a restaurant from when I was 16 every summer, and we don't do tip. No matter how good the service is, Italians don't tip. So imagine going from that to people seeing you in the back of the house, basically, because I had no contact with people. They were getting my attention and giving me $20. You know how shocked that made me? I was like, there is no way this is happening. And then I noticed that I was good because when I was not in that role, and they put me on the register. Context. When I was in that role, it was only me handling everything. When I was not in that role and I was like in the register, they needed 3 people there and I had to help them. So it was kind of crazy, honestly, to see. And then my manager told me that I was really good. And the cultural shock number 3 about this job is that my manager, or not I don't know how they're called. So there is a big manager and then there are the little managers, okay? One of the little manager was 17 years old. She was turning 18 like in a couple months. I was shocked because I was like, in Italy, you become a manager only if you have somebody that you know inside the company. And here I have this girl that was born when I was 8 years old. That is my manager. I was shocked. That was the biggest deal breaker for me. I was like, there is no way this is happening. I was like, oh my God, like if you're a good worker, they notice it and you have the opportunity to scale out. And that's the best part about working here. And you know what my favorite part was? was about my job is that I could get all food that I wanted. So I gained a lot of weight while I was working there because if I was hungry, like I felt like a snack or something, I would just go grab a bag of the cheese bread. That was amazing. Little Caesar made me love cheese bread, breadsticks, the cheesy breadsticks. Oh geez, that they were so good. I kept eating them, and the pizza puffs. Do not talk about their pizzas. I love their pizzas. At that job, I learned that American pizza is freaking amazing. It's completely different. Don't get me wrong. It's completely different from what I'm used to, but it's still amazing. And I love it. And I die on the hill. $5 pizza, hot and ready. That for me was amazing. Okay. And you know what was the best actually pizza that I tried that I didn't know existed? Stuffed crust. Oh. I don't even know what kind of cheese they have in their stuffed crust, but it was amazing and it made me love stuffed crust. This was basically my first work experience in the US. I loved everything. I loved my coworkers. It was crazy, but it opened my mind on another level because it made me realize that instead of being super
I don't like this. This is not like Italy. This is horrible. Oh, in Italy we don't do it like that.
Instead of being like that, it opened my mind and I was like, why are people like this? Genuinely, why are people bitching about everything? I started enjoying everything. I started enjoying my food. I started enjoying pizzas. I had nobody in my ears telling me,
This American food is bad. The American pizza is so bad.
to each his own, but when I'm here, I like what I have here. Since this is my new home, why would I make everything here bad and not like it? If this is my new home, like it's gonna be my home for a while. I'm gonna eventually go back to Italy in the future, but it's not anytime close. So why would I be bitching about everything and not enjoy what I have? Okay, this was Little Caesar taught me. So it was chaotic, greasy, smelly because I had to throw away shirts because the smell of that, especially being in front of the oven, I was smelling horrible. Like I would smell like grease everywhere. I had to throw away shirts. I had to throw away pants. I had to take multiple showers a day. That was crazy. Other than that, I loved it and I had a great experience. I am so very happy to have told you this because honestly, it couldn't have been better. If you made it to this part of the video, comment with a pizza slice or a pizza. I think there's both of them. And I see you next time. I think I see you Saturday because there's an Italian celebration that I really want to show you guys because it's amazing and I love it and it was my favorite growing up. And I'm setting it up for my American family because I started doing it last year. They really loved it. I loved it because it keeps up my tradition. So I'll see you Saturday. I'm sorry if I look very horrible and crazy, but I got a promotion at my new job and I work 10 hours at night. You're gonna see this video probably later today because I'm going back to work in 3 hours. So I'm very happy to have told you this. Holly is very happy too, apparently. I'll see you. Bye. I'll see you next time. I hope you have a good day and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye. Say bye, Holly. Say bye. Say bye. Bye.